100 of the greatest science fiction movies, man. It's me, your boy C, the host of most of the things here on the Podbreaker Network. We're talking science fiction, man. We're talking about my list, in my humble list of 100 of the greatest science fiction movies. We're ranking them from 100 to 1 podcast a day for the first 100 days of 2022. On yesterday's episode, we talked about Invasion of the Body Snatchers, man. If you haven't checked out the 1970s remake of a 1950s classic joint, please do so. Go ahead and get your body snatched, baby. I'm telling you, it's a movie worth checking out at least once in your lifetime. Goldblum definitely does his Goldblum thing. But today, keeping this ball rolling, man. We're on 88. We're almost 2 weeks into the year, if my math is correct. Hopefully you're getting more science fiction-y by the day. But today, 88, we're going back to the Russian well. That's right, man. We already talked about Solaris. Shout out to my boy Tarkovsky out there in these streets. Today, we're talking Sputnik. 2020 joint, man. This is a new recent flick that's worth checking out. The Russians are back at it again, man. This is the second joint. Russian people know how to make stories. That's an immutable fact of life. See, motherfucking War and Peace. One of the greatest epics of modern literature. And if you don't like to read like some kind of snus, see the Criterion release of the War and Peace by Sergei Bondarchuk, man. It's only 7 hours. 7 hours, and every frame is a goddamn feast in that movie. Anyways, Sputnik completely caught me by surprise. Let's get into this summary here. The only survivor did not come back alone. They're killing these tags, man. At the height of the Cold War, a Soviet spacecraft crash lands after a mission gone awry, leaving the commander as its only survivor. After a renowned Russian psychologist is brought in to evaluate the commander's mental state, it becomes clear that something dangerous may have come back to Earth with him. This is a movie that toes the line. It toes the line of anti-authoritarianism. Is that a word? I think it's a word. Anti-authoritarianism, type of storytelling. And Russia is slowly opening up to these anti-authoritarianism type joints, which it really surprised me. I'm like, Putin let this shit through. It's also an awesome study of how to peel an onion. Like when you think you have an idea of what's going on in this bad boy, another layer is revealed and you're back at square one with your thought process, man. Oksana Akinchina, I think I pronounced that correctly. That's your main actress there. She's a brilliant lead in this movie. She carries the whole thing on those muscular ass shoulders of hers. And the themes of doing what's right for the Rodina, the motherland, versus doing what's right for a singular individual are what's at the pretty much the heart of this movie. This is an excellent movie. It's got a fairly low budget. It's a fairly low key movie. But if you're a fan of sci-fi horror, I think this is going to be right up your alley. So if you dig shit like Alien, like Event Horizon, stuff like that, man, I think this is going to be a movie that you really want to check out. Not a whole lot of CGI happening in this joint. I think it takes place in the 60s. It's got that 60s vibe and aesthetic to it. I think that's when it takes place. It's just all around dopeness. Like every person acting is solid in this movie. I talked about Oksana. She's carrying the whole movie. The said pilot in question that surrounds this whole thing. That dude is at times charming as all hell, but yet terrible as all hell. Like everyone's got like hidden agendas and layers, and it's just a good movie. And every couple minutes you're like, oh shit, it's something new. So if this seems like it's something that might be up your alley, that's because it is up your alley. Sputnik. You can rent it on Apple, I do believe. Yeah, that's how I watched it. Rent that shit on Apple, man. Do yourself a favor. It's also on No, I'm sorry, it's not. It's on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, man, go ahead and check it out. You can rent it on Apple if you want to if you don't have Hulu. But if you do, it's right there for the pickings, man. Sputnik. This is a movie that you want to just dig into your couch and put your phone down. Enjoy a movie that's a foreign language. Read them subs, baby, and just check it out, man. That's why it's number 88 on this list, man. Sputnik. We'll be back in 24 of the hours to talk more science fiction. Until then, you all take it easy and have a good one.